Driz, and welcome to a Drizzly morning on my X-Files live. Yes, of course it is, drizzling at the moment, of course, all grey cloud in sight. I'm just hoping it won't be like this in Bristol, but if it is, I don't mind the drizzling part. It's just the slight bit of cold we're having. So with that said, let's go over here, shall we? Of course, we still Alexander Esfar 300 by my 2.24, 22,753. There's 22,751. We know messages to report. So with that said, we're still in some transport on this drizzly day, which rain is of course very, as I said, drizzling, and it's very meaning that it's going to be a bit west, and of course with the wind coming down it'll feel like a little bit of a rainy type blizzard of late. Let's go have a look. So over here we've already got buses that left, and there's number 401 service that's done by Satano Levante 3 from here, wherever that goes. Well, of course we've got a lot of Alexander and 400 boys scanners, starting with 15,970 in gold, 15,877. My bus, which I came on, which is the former Rupert Williams, now on another service. It did a number 10 service into the city centre, but now it's on something else. And then of course we got 15,734. And finally Alexander, about 400 MMC number 10,757. So of course today it has been more or less blindfolded on about when talking about electric buses. They've now got the screen running again. More or less not really that good coloured gem of Gloucester. I have to start putting my hood, I think. The weather is just always raining. So yeah, 15,354 is now not in service and returned to depot. It's being followed by 15,966 on the other side. Right. Because we won't go across until after the buses have passed by. 15,354 and 15,966. Of course this, so that M500 MC is 10,758. Of course we will be waiting, because the thing is that everybody's going to be going on that one. Literally everybody was going to cross at that point in time, so we'll be up for the next one. Anybody's going to see that. Okay, here we go, we're going up to the light. Now, and wait. Set. As we wait to get a green light to get over. Bye. And of course 15350 routes, 15360's past. Here's the bus heading across. And of course 10782's across the road, which of course is on the service. Was on the service 94X. Now of course would be heading on the probably a 94, 95 back. Luckily, of course, I got over, and I can already see that there's a Great Western Railway service to Worcester, probably the service to Worcester 4 Street arriving. It looks like there's a little bit of a traffic jam here because of the cars going the other way and it's blocking the bus from one side and taxis from the other. What is going on? Look, there it goes. Managed to get over. Right. From here there's a Yutong TC9 over there on the other side of the road. So I guess there is maybe some replacement services. Oh no, look at that. I think it's actually longer than 5 coaches. I think it's a 9 coach service to Cheltenham Spa. Well, as I said, I think that helps from the introduction class 175s on the Cornwall and Devon and Cornwall lines with of course the class trains being withdrawn. Of course, Intercity Express trains are 5 coaches long being returned to work. Oh look, it says that it's actually cancelled, but I don't think they are somehow. Service to Cardiff Central is supposed to be our next one. There'll be the service to Worcester 4 Street, and then the service to Bristol Temple Meads, and then of course the service to Nottingham, which of course the cross-country service to Cardiff Central arrived under our nose. But so I guess there was probably another malfunction again because it's probably that the train standing at the platform 4 is actually the service to to Cheltenham Spa. Cardiff Central service isn't to depart for another 3 minutes. We're at Shepstone, Newport and Cardiff Central. Meanwhile down here, of course, I don't see the front of the class 100 of the class 800, so actually I think it is a 5 coach train, but as you can see, cross country class 170 is 176.19. To make sure that I am not going to be using that metal bar again. hurt when that happened. Just about. So the train will be leaving in approximately 2 minutes. There we go. Doors are preparing to close. Watch the train leave from here because, of course, not knowing of what the Intercity Express train is doing. Don't know why, and I think I know why. The train that says that's for the service to Cheltenham Spa that's been cancelled has been parked further up the line, and of course it's got all its lights up and ready, like it's ready to depart at some stage, but it's right at the very corner, at the very back. The next service is the service to Worcester 4 Gate Street, which is supposed to be at platform 4, but it's going to be interesting to see how many coaches is actually going to fit. Well, to be fair, this whole platform 4 is designed for services that are over 10 coaches long. With that more or less also means one more or less like being an extension. It's always been like an extension, but it's going to be interesting how the service to Worcester 4 Gate Street is going to be. So over there's that blank white Yutong TC9, just sat there right in front of parked cars. And because there's a Ford van here, I can't really well see down the line. I can only see him just a little bit in front of me. The time is 9:29. And there seems to be one green signal. But the question is, that's for what exactly? Because it's red at the one before, but the one behind is on a green light showing a feather right. So I don't really get that. Don't really get that at all. Car 300 on a number 8 southbound to Hunts Grove Estates, housing estates. So yeah, it's going to be really interesting how this next train's going to come in. Ah, there we go, that's why. Light engine class 66, number 66074, standard variant. Just passed by on the, I think on this front line here. Wasn't expecting that. Ah, damn it. The Worcester service to Worcester Foregate Street will now depart from platform 1. So if this is really a service to Cheltenham Spa, it would be departing quite late. Be the quote ghost train where there is actually nobody inside it. Ghost trains are known to be empty stock. And then you can see everybody rushing for the service to Worcester Foregate Street, which will be arriving down here. And it's already showing up down the road, already starting to show itself. I just saw 2 trains in the background. Honestly, there's 2 trains. But I can't really see because there's a wave of people at the moment. Wait for these people to pass by. Right, there it is. There's the train. 800-028 is heading in with the service to London Paddington, which will be on platform 4, and it's of course stopping more or less would be stopping right in front of the service to Cheltenham Spa. Late running, I don't know. And the service to Bristol Temple Meads is being called out as well, which will actually show up right behind this Class 800 on the service to Worcester Foregate Street. So really, this is like the extra train, so it's supposed to be the 919. So this is supposed to be the 919 Great Western Railway service to London Paddington, which is running late. Which is not surprising. So yeah, the Cheltenham Spa one's got red light, so it's showing that it's trying to show that it's going the other way. They're going to that Yutong TC9, I think. Because I just heard there's to be a rail replacement service for anybody going to Stonehouse, Stroud, Kemble and Swindon. So there's been a slight change of plan for all of everything. Yeah, you can see everybody's now starting to go towards the white Yutong over there. God, it's got to be very annoying for anybody trying to travel this morning. But where is the service to Bristol? That's the question. Where is it?
For the rural replacement service for Stonehouse, Stroud and Kemble, please make your way out the exit platform 2. Over to our right minibus, and following Stonehouse, Kemble and Stroud along the way.
Always keep an eye out. There we go. There's the train to Bristol. Great Western Railway class 158. So everybody put your hands together for 158 765. There we go.
Platform 2 is the 0940 Great Western Railway service to Bristol Temple Meads.
So now it's got really busy with Great Western Railway trains. Hello to our Wilson, W8P5K has joined. And I see you got what I'm doing sussed out. So it's 2 minutes until the 9:40 service to Bristol Temple Meads leaves. I still see a few passengers on that service to London. This is really interesting, and if they were to cancel, it would have been good if they actually capacited this train to be a 10-coach service instead of a 5-coach service. Hello to Charlie Edward 25. Service to Bristol Temple should be departing any moment now because it is 9:40. in a minute. Well, it's going to be a little bit of some bad news for the service to Nottingham, unless they actually depart unless they did a platform alteration. Because it's the only way it's going to work. Here's a green light now. The light, the train needs to stop. So the train is now 3 minutes late departing. Oh yeah, train guards signalling, doors are now closing and locked shut. So there's the service to Swindon now. The U20C9 is now leaving. So there's also an Applecake's new planned tour liner, probably also doing Swindon. Passed by Alexander and Sebastian planning to be deployed to concern through 44 on 8. So here we go, let's have a look. Screen display. Still says 9:49 to Nottingham on here, which I don't think so, somehow. One of the trains has to give. Could be that the cross-country service will be delayed. Which could only mean one possible outcome, that if the Transport for Wales service comes before, it will mean that the cross-country service to Nottingham will be delayed. And then 9:49. And if it's the other way round, that the Nottingham service comes before this Transport for Wales service, it means that that will be stuck as well. there could be only one way to solve this issue, that if the 9:49 to Nottingham comes first, it would be best if the train actually departed from platform 1, and then the 9 Transport for Wales service to Cardiff Central would be able to use platform 2 as normal. So the question is the Transport for Wales service in sight yet? No. Says everything, things say it for itself. No trains, and they've already put a 1-minute delay on the service to Cardiff Central by Transport for Wales already. And yeah, service to Nottingham says delayed. So yeah, everything is not really going good for the trains because of all this. So down there we've got an Alexander Svar 400 EV, and we also have an resident Alexander Envara 400 MMC number 10441 on number 97 duties. There's also a Flixbus as well in the background as well. That looks like 8233. That's Alexander Svar from MMC 101079. And go ahead perms Alexander. No, right bus. Gemini 3 Street Deck number 371. And of course Alexander Silva, Punch Boy Scan number 362. There goes the EV. Anyways, that about wraps it up for the morning session. As I said, I will be back for the afternoon session, but it will be truncated slightly because I have to be somewhere for lunch before starting the volunteer shift. So with that said, thank you for watching my X-Files, and I will see you later.